And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Clever High School, home of the Blue Jays. Martin McCulley here alongside Jeff, my assistant producer tonight, to bring you Clever Blue Jay basketball. It's homecoming tonight here at Clever, and the Blue Jays having a great season at 17-5 will be taking on the Ash Grove Pirates, 10-13 on the season. We've got a lot of fine sponsors to welcome. We're going to go through the homecoming royalty here in a little bit, but before we do that, let's go to commercial, and we'll have a few words from our fine sponsors.
B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is known as the Fireplace Family. What do? Sales, installation, and service on gas, wood-burning, and electric fireplaces, as well as pellet fireplaces and pellet stoves. They also work with new construction, repairs, or remodels. They represent Astria, Iron Strike, Empire, and Monessen. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is located at 4130 West 3rd Street in Battlefield, Missouri. For any questions, call B&K Fireplaces at 886-0660. That's 886-0660.
When you're hungry, head to Danny's Grill Pizza and More in Clever for some of the best pizza around, as well as sandwiches, Frito pies, wings, chili, and much more. With so much variety on the menu, everyone in your family will find something to satisfy their hunger. Danny's is your one stop for a great meal and desserts from pie to ice cream creations. So when you're hungry, stop in for a great meal at Danny's Grill Pizza and More, 212 Clark Avenue in Clever. Open 3:30 to 8 on Monday, 11 to 8 Tuesday and Wednesday, and 11 to 9 Thursday through Saturday. Or call 417-743-3278 for local area delivery. That's 743-3278.
Banks are like people. Some treat you like family, while others act like you're just a number. At the Bank of Billings, we're just local folks. We're home-owned. That means our decisions aren't made in Kansas City or St. Louis or Des Moines. They're made in Billings, Missouri. The Bank of Billings, member FDIC, Billings and Marionville, come see us. We're just local folks, too.
Bank of Billings is an equal housing lender.
Rick's Tire Shop and Automotive is located in Clever, Missouri, and is locally owned by Jeremy Leahy and Tyler Moore. The shop is a full-service automotive shop and is ASE certified. They also honor extended warranties and even specialize in Asian import repair on Toyota, Lexus, Scion, Honda, and Acura. Other services offered include brake service and repair, front suspension and steering repair, ball joints and U-joint replacement, oil changes and lube along with transmission service, tune-ups and engine diagnostics, timing belts and all preventative maintenance, heating and air conditioning service, and Missouri State inspections. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is a proud sponsor for Clever Web TV. Stop by and see Dwight Crow for your auto needs. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is locally owned in Clever, Missouri off State Highway P. Services include tires, brakes, oil changes, inspections, wheel alignment, and air conditioning repair. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts wish the Clever Blue Jays a great season. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is known as the Fireplace Family. What do? Sales, installation, and service on gas, wood-burning, and electric fireplaces, as well as pellet fireplaces and pellet stoves. They also work with new construction, repairs, or remodels. They represent Astria, Iron Strike, Empire, and Monessen. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is located at 4130 West 3rd Street in Battlefield, Missouri. For any questions, call B&K Fireplaces at 886-0660. That's 886-0660.
When you're hungry, head to Danny's Grill Pizza and More in Clever for some of the best pizza around, as well as sandwiches, Frito pies, wings, chili, and much more. With so much variety on the menu, everyone in your family will find something to satisfy their hunger. Danny's is your one stop for a great meal and desserts from pie to ice cream creations. So when you're hungry, stop in for a great meal at Danny's Grill Pizza and More, 212 Clark Avenue in Clever. Open 3:30 to 8 on Monday, 11 to 8 Tuesday and Wednesday, and 11 to 9 Thursday through Saturday. Or call 417-743-3278 for local area delivery. That's 743-3278.
Rick's Tire Shop and Automotive is located in Clever, Missouri, and is locally owned by Jeremy Leahy and Tyler Moore. The shop is a full-service automotive shop and is ASE certified. They also honor extended warranties and even specialize in Asian import repair on Toyota, Lexus, Scion, Honda, and Acura. Other services offered include brake service and repair, front suspension and steering repair, ball joints and U-joint replacement, oil changes and lube along with transmission service, tune-ups and engine diagnostics, timing belts and all preventative maintenance, heating and air conditioning service, and Missouri State inspections. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is a proud sponsor for Clever Web TV. Stop by and see Dwight Crow for your auto needs. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is locally owned in Clever, Missouri off State Highway P. Services include tires, brakes, oil changes, inspections, wheel alignment, and air conditioning repair. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts wish the Clever Blue Jays a great season.
Welcome back to Clever High School, home of the Blue Jays. Homecoming night here at Clever, and the homecoming queen and homecoming king have just been announced. The senior candidates, Matt Christopher, Chloe Bornman, Bailey Hedgepeth and Gabby Cole, and Marcus Christopher and Madeline Wilson. And the winner is Mark Christopher and Madeline Wilson are your homecoming king and queen tonight. The freshman attendance for tonight's homecoming ceremonies, Blaze Akins and Ivy Means. Sophomore attendance were Hunter Utzler and Catherine French. And the junior attendance, Dalton Carr and Whitney Carter. The theme for tonight is, seeing it on a lot of t-shirts around here, we're out of this world. Clever Homecoming 2017. They're also honoring and welcoming back the classes of 1967, 1992, and 2007. So those who graduated 10 years ago, 25 years ago, and 50 years ago are the honored guests tonight for the homecoming ceremony. Really nice ceremony held between the games tonight. The JV game, Clever boys were successful in defeating the Ash Grove Pirate JV team 62-42 tonight. So already a good start tonight for the Clever basketball program with a JV win and a successful homecoming. It'll be a lot of fun going on this evening. We're out of this world. Welcome to our galaxy here at Clever, Missouri, home of the Blue Jays. Also had some announcements made honoring the All-State athletes who were honored at halftime of the JV game. I'm going to list them right now. Taylor Farmer was honored as a second-team softball member, a third baseman. Allison Nolan, also from the softball program, was honored as a second-team catcher. Emily Mendenhall, also from the softball program, a second-team pitcher. Matthew Christopher in track for the 400-meter second-place finish and 800-meter first-place finish. And Mackenzie Ryan in track took second place in the 100-meter hurdles. My daughter did that, and I can tell you right there, that is a difficult race. The 100-meter hurdles, those are high. Also, as a team, Mark Christopher, Colby Gilbert, Tristan Tanner, and Matthew Christopher took 8th place in the 4x800 relay team. So they were also named as All-State athletes. Congratulations to each and every one of them. It's a big game tonight. The Clever Blue Jays, 17-5, just a couple of games left before this season comes to an end, and they go on to districts, want to finish strong. They've got games against Sparta away on Valentine's Day next week on the 14th, and they end up their season against the Billings. What just went blank there? Wildcats.
Yeah,
Billings Wildcats. Yeah, on the 16th, and that one will be back here at Clever to end the season. Then districts will begin, and in that Class 3 District 11, you have Ash Grove, Buffalo, Clever, Fairgrove, Forsyth, Hollister, Springfield Catholic, and Stratford. And as of right now, when I checked this evening, that schedule had not been announced. Those seedings have not been made yet for the Class 3 District 11. So we've got a lot of action going on tonight. Both teams out on the floor warming up right now as we speak. We've got starting lineups to give you here in a little bit. Several good players back for the Clever Blue Jays. They've had, like I said, a great season this year. They won 72-48 over Harrisonville that finishes the consolation champions at the Nixa Invitational Tournament. They've beaten a lot of teams that significantly larger than them, but that's not unusual here for the Clever Blue Jays, as their basketball program has enjoyed years of success and has really been a model program for the area. And this new facility is gorgeous. First time I've ever had the opportunity to broadcast or watch a game here. I do really appreciate Jeff. Thanks for having me here tonight.
Not a problem. I was just going to elaborate on a couple of the games that I've seen here at Clever. I'm from Monette. A lot of people know that. Monette doesn't have a real strong basketball history around here. We've always had some decent teams, but never been very good at it. And a couple Fridays ago, I got the call to come down here and web TV the Clever Mount Vernon game. And Mount Vernon is a very powerhouse in the Big 8 when it comes to basketball. Them and Aurora are usually in the championship game. Very good game. Clever was down by 19 at one point in that game, and they came back and ended up winning the game in a very close game against a class. I do believe Mount Vernon is a Class 4 school in basketball. And then last Saturday, they were in the scoreboard guy shootout tournament or something like that. And they played a Class 4 Pembroke Hills team. It's a private school. They had a lot of really good ball handlers. And at one point, Clever was up by, I think it was 10 or 11 points. And they kind of let Pembroke Hill come back into the game. And with the in the final seconds of the game winding down, one of the Clever players, the point guard for Pembroke Hill, tried to do a crossover in front of him, and he got the ball stolen, and Clever won on a game-winning layup. It was a really good game. And just watching them in the past two games, they're a very aggressive team, and they like to get things done. And, I mean, their record proves it. They beat really good teams, and when they lose to quality opponents. It's not somebody like Ash Grove who's kind of having an odd year.
And they've only lost 5 times this year. Of course, Clever, the defending district champions from last year in the Southwest Central Conference, and expected possibly to continue to do that. You know, I'm like you. I'm from the area, broadcast games for 35 years. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to broadcast Clever games, but have done quite a few in the conference. Did some Verona games in the Spring River Valley Conference, and a ton of Aurora Hound Dog basketball games. And boy, you hit it right on the head. That Mount Vernon program has been strong for a long time, and for Clever to come back from 19 down and defeat them, that just says volumes to the ability that they have, and the fact that it doesn't sound like they're the type of team that gives up.
No, Clever, just in that Mount Vernon game, they had 2 opportunities coming back out from halftime. They could lay there and just kind of, you know, maybe try to come back, get the game closer, and a couple of the senior guys stepped up and was leading that comeback. And they hit a bunch of threes there in the third quarter to cut their lead down, and Mount Vernon kind of got stagnant in their offense. Their coach was telling them to hold the ball for a while and pass the ball around. Let's run our offense for a little bit before we take a shot. And Clever just stayed on the attack and got them in some pressure situations and hit some threes when it needed to be hit and come out, and they won the game.
I tell you what, that consolation win in the Nix Invitational Tournament, first of all, just to get there is pretty impressive. But to defeat Harrisonville, which that's up by Kansas City, a very large school. You look at the games that Clever has not won this year. You go to the Fairgrove Tournament. Lebanon defeated Clever in a close game, 52-46. They lost to West Plains, another larger school, by a score in 48-47. Just a 1-point loss there. Stratford defeated them 62-43 back on December the 8th. Logan Rogersville in the pink and excuse me, I am in the wrong side. That's really embarrassing. I'm giving girls stuff instead of the boy stuff. I could get in real trouble for that.
It's understandable though. It's hard. I'm used to just football, so you look at the scores for the week. You don't have to worry about the different sports going on, because usually football is the main focus during the springtime or fall time.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that had been to some of these games that were like, I know that doesn't sound right to me. But when you're looking at the prep sports thing, that Pembroke Hills game you were talking about, that was 69-67. And, wow, what an exciting game that was. I don't have all the scores listed here in the on the Max Prep Sports website. The 72-44 game over Harrisonville. They beat Winnetonka. Benton defeated the Blue Jays. And I believe that's going to be an Arkansas team. So
yes.
That game was 91-78. So a good team here. Let's go over some of the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. The Clever Blue Jays head coach Luke Brozius. He's assisted by Clark Satterley and Jeremy Dressler. Starting tonight for the Blue Jays, Mark Christopher. He is a senior. He's 6'2". He'll be playing at the guard position wearing the number 1. Jared Sopik will be starting. He's a 6'1" senior as well. It's a senior lineup with the exception of Devin Hampton is the only junior who will be starting tonight. Jared Sopik is 6 foot tall, and he'll be starting in a guard position as well. Devin Hampton, the only junior, will be at the post position. Actually, he's going to be at a forward position, 6 foot. They play 3 guards. He was an honorable mention Southwest Central League selection last season. Derek Sopik will be playing at the forward position. He is a 6 foot senior. And the center, the post position, will be manned by Jacob Partee, 6'6" senior, and he was the Southwest Central League MVP last year as a junior, averaging almost 20 points a ball game. So that's your starting lineup for tonight's Clever Blue Jays. For the Ash Grove Pirates, their coach is Josh Reese. Assistant coach is Greg White. They'll be starting Tate Moreland, number 1. He's a junior, 5'11". He'll be playing guard for the Pirates. Matt Keller, also a junior, wearing the number 3, a 5'8" junior guard. We've got Spencer Eagleberger, also a junior for the Pirates. Spencer is a 5'10" guard. He wears number 20. Number 21, Braden Trammell, 5'10" junior guard. And at the post position, Max Cascio, the only senior for the Ash Grove Pirates, a 6'1" senior post player. So you got 5 seniors and a junior for the Clever Blue Jays, 4 juniors and a senior. And it looks to me like the Blue Jays, height-wise, have the Ash Grove Pirates pretty much outmanned. The 6'6" post player, Jacob Partee, really ought to have his way tonight in the post area, going up against a 6'1" counterpart.
Yeah, he had an absolute incredible game last Saturday against Pembroke Hill. He hit. Pembroke Hill had a lot of three-point shooters, and so Clever needed a guy that could match them almost even 3 for 3 on threes, and he stepped up and he just sank one after the other. And a Pembroke Hill player actually on back-to-back possessions down on their goal, down in the corner with the hand in the face from him, drained 2 threes right in front of him, and the same happened to him on the other end of the court, and it was just a good back-and-forth game.
Right. It looks like it's going to be a opportunity for Clever to pick up their 18th win tonight, but we'll see what happens. The opening tip's going to be coming up here in about 4 minutes. We've got the starting lineups. We're going to step away for just a couple of commercials here. When we come back, we'll have the opening tip as the Clever Blue Jays take on the Ash Grove Pirates tonight in a Southwest Central League conference game.
B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is known as the Fireplace Family. What do? Sales, installation, and service on gas, wood burning, and electric fireplaces, as well as pellet fireplaces and pellet stoves. They also work with new construction, repairs, or remodels. They represent Astria, Iron Strike, Empire, and Monessen. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is located at 4130 West 3rd Street in Battlefield, Missouri. For any questions, call B&K Fireplaces at 886-0660. That's 886-0660.
When you're hungry, head to Danny's Grill Pizza and More in Clever for some of the best pizza around, as well as sandwiches, Frito pies, wings, chili, and much more. With so much variety on the menu, everyone in your family will find something to satisfy their hunger. Danny's is your one stop for a great meal and desserts from pie to ice cream creations. So when you're hungry, stop in for a great meal at Danny's Grill Pizza and More, 212 Clark Avenue in Clever. Open 3:30 to 8 on Monday, 11 to 8 Tuesday and Wednesday, and 11 to 9 Thursday through Saturday. Or call 417-743-3278 for local area delivery. That's 743-3278.
Banks are like people. Some treat you like family, while others act like you're just a number. At the Bank of Billings, we're just local folks. We're home-owned. That means our decisions aren't made in Kansas City or St. Louis or Des Moines. They're made in Billings, Missouri. The Bank of Billings, member FDIC, Billings and Marionville, come see us. We're just local folks, too.
Bank of Billings is an equal housing lender.
Rick's Tire Shop and Automotive is located in Clever, Missouri, and is locally owned by Jeremy Leahy and Tyler Moore. The shop is a full-service automotive shop and is ASE certified. They also honor extended warranties and even specialize in Asian import repair on Toyota, Lexus, Scion, Honda, and Acura. Other services offered include brake service and repair, front suspension and steering repair, ball joints and U-joint replacement, oil changes and lube along with transmission service, tune-ups and engine diagnostics, timing belts and all preventative maintenance, heating and air conditioning service, and Missouri State inspections. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is a proud sponsor for Clever Web TV. Stop by and see Dwight Crow for your auto needs. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is locally owned in Clever, Missouri off State Highway P. Services include tires, brakes, oil changes, inspections, wheel alignment, and air conditioning repair. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts wish the Clever Blue Jays a great season. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is known as the Fireplace Family. What do? Sales, installation, and service on gas, wood-burning, and electric fireplaces, as well as pellet fireplaces and pellet stoves. They also work with new construction, repairs, or remodels. They represent Astria, Iron Strike, Empire, and Monessen. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is located at 4130 West 3rd Street in Battlefield, Missouri. For any questions, call B&K Fireplaces at 886-0660. That's 886-0660.
When you're hungry, head to Danny's Grill Pizza and More in Clever for some of the best pizza around, as well as sandwiches, Frito pies, wings, chili, and much more. With so much variety on the menu, everyone in your family will find something to satisfy their hunger. Danny's is your one stop for a great meal and desserts from pie to ice cream creations. So when you're hungry, stop in for a great meal at Danny's Grill Pizza and More, 212 Clark Avenue in Clever. Open 3:30 to 8 on Monday, 11 to 8 Tuesday and Wednesday, and 11 to 9 Thursday through Saturday. Or call 417-743-3278 for local area delivery. That's 743-3278.
And welcome back here to Clever High School. We're going to dim the lights here and announce the starting lineups here from the PA. So we're going to let the PA announcer let you enjoy this Clever homecoming experience. Great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, there's a great crowd on hand. I have a feeling this place is going to be rocking. You know, the student section always seems to give a little more when it's a homecoming game or a playoff game. I mean, in football, that is. I didn't really go much to basketball games, but I know that whenever it was a big homecoming game, everybody seemed to come out and support.
Plus, you bring in these classes of 67 and 92 and 2007, and you've got the extra people. Excitement here at Clever as the Blue Jays take on the Astro Pirates. And the lights are back on as the starting lineup announced of the Clever Blue Jays. Mark Christopher, the senior. Jared Sopik, senior, 6'1" guard. Devin Hampton, the junior. Derek Sopik and Jacob Partee, the final two seniors rounding out the starting lineup. Should be a good game tonight. It's been my first one for a while, so I may be a little slow tonight, but we're sure looking forward to this. Jumping center for the Blue Jays will be Jacob Partee. He'll be jumping against Tate Moreland. Ball's up, and the Blue Jays are going to control the tip. Number 14 for the Blue Jays, Sopik. He'll put it on the right side for Partee. Down in the corner, the shot up and good. Three-pointer by Jared Sopik.
Beautiful ball movement there.
That's the way this game's going to start out tonight. Sopik with the three-pointer. Blue Jays jump up on top. Ashgrove with the ball, taking it into the lane. A little finger roll up and good by Matt Keller.
Ashgrove done a nice little screen there to get him open.
3-2 now. Blue Jays leading. Drive on the baseline. Little reverse layup. Good. Mark Christopher gets his first two of the game. Nice reverse layup, and Christopher showed nice elevation under the basket. The Pirates running a little offense, man-to-man offense, a little weave. Blue Jays force a shot up. Rebound comes down to Jared Sopik. He'll bring it across half court, goes out on the right wing now to Mark Christopher. Back to Sopik. They rotate it all the way around. Nice passing, and they'll kick it out in the corner. Three-pointer up and good by Jacob Partee.
Good good ball movement around to drive in and draw that defender in, and then pass it back out to him for the three.
And Partee at 6'6", you'd think he'd get most of his points down in the paint, but nice touch from the outside. There's a three-pointer up, no good by Tate Moreland. Taking it to the other end, off the glass, no good is Devin Hampton. The follow put in. As timeout by Ash Grove, and I was looking down, didn't see who put up that last three-pointer. When they get the scoreboard up here, I'll be able to see
it
that.
was Jacob Partee.
Partee got that again, so he's got 6 on the night. I'd like to also remind you that this broadcast is being brought to you by CityLink TV, Clever Web TV, and that website. Of course, if you're listening to me, you're already on there, so I don't need to give you that website. But fine sponsors: Southern Bank, B&K Fireplaces, Danny's Pizza, and more. And we'll have more from them as we go on. 10-2, Clever Blue Jays jumped out on top on homecoming night right off the bat. Here comes Ash Grove Pirates bringing it across half court. Braden Trammell, he'll hand it off to Eagleberger. Then a little ball movement, get it in the lane. Shot forced up, partially blocked there by Devin Hampton. Comes down into the hands of Jared Sopik. Now rotated around to the other side, and it's a traveling violation by Mark Christopher. First turnover of the ball game by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Clever's playing really good defense right now. They're sitting back in a 3-2 zone and making Ash Grove try to drive the paint a little more, and Ash Grove's just not really wanting to get in there because their guys are so much smaller than Clever.
Definitely high challenge. There's a pass wheeled out of bounds by Braden Trammell. He's trying to get it over to Tate Moreland in the corner, and Tate would have had to grow another couple of feet to get to that one.
Yeah.
Across half court comes Devin Hampton. He'll kick it out on the right wing to Christopher. Mark Christopher back to the top of the key. Nice ball movement again by the Blue Jays. Zone defense by the Ash Grove Pirates. There's a shot up, no good by Christopher. That may be the first miss, maybe the second miss of the ball game. And there's a steal. Mark Christopher steals it away on the other end. Second turnover for Ash Grove, and he'll take it all the way in the end. Jared Sopik ends up with the 2 points.
Yeah, really, I'm really liking Clever's aggressiveness off the rebound, and just even if Ash Grove does get a basket, they're passing the ball up court really quick and getting down on that offensive end.
There's a foul. It's going to be called. First foul going against Sopik. Trying to steal the ball as it was being passed around at the point. 12-2 now. Clever with a early lead in the ball game. Two Clever players with 5 points each in the game so far. Be Jared Sopik and Jacob Partee. There's a travel, got away with it, and then they're going to call a jump ball. I think it could have been a travel or a double dribble, either one, because he kind of threw the ball up and then came back down with it, but it'll stay with the Ash Grove Pirates.
Yeah, and there's the student section. You could hear them a little bit getting involved in the game. Down on Ash Grove is shooting the basket into where the student section is at here at Clever.
Right in front of him. Tate Moreland puts one in from just inside the top of the key, a two-pointer. Makes it 12-4. Again, this zone defense by the Pirates. And the Blue Jays have been able to drive in on it quite well. There's a nice drive by Jared Sopik, and he'll score the two-pointer off the glass. 14-4 now for Clever. Really, the Pirates are going to have to start shooting the ball from the outside and hope they get some drop.
Yeah. That you would think that with Clever playing that 2-3 zone that they would come out shooting three-pointers, and they're just not really doing that. They're trying to attack the basket.
Cascio went up for the shot inside, turnaround jumper, no good. And the three-pointer up on the other end by Jacob Partee, and he drops another one. That young man can shoot.
Yes, in the Pembroke Hills game, he shot just like that. I mean, early on in the game, they got him the ball early, and Clever had a big lead and didn't really surrender it until the second half. So hope the same isn't true tonight.
2 3-pointers by Partee. He leads all scorers with 8 right now. Jared Sopik has 7 for the Blue Jays. 2 points apiece on the other side for Tate Moreland and Matt Keller, and that's it for the Ash Grove. 17-4. Timeout on the floor by the Ash Grove Pirates, and they really need to get things set up over there. It's kind of turning into a horse race right now. Coach Josh Reese trying to find a way to get things slowed down a little bit. Also like to thank the Bank of Billings for sponsoring the ball game tonight here on CityLink TV, Clever Web TV, Rick's Tire Shop and Auto, Pit Stop Tire and Auto, and the Old School Auto Parts.
Yeah, Clever is doing really good on the defensive end. The one thing that I'm assuming Ash Grove is doing is they're trying to drive the lane to get Partee in foul trouble early, and that's just not really working for him very well.
They've made a couple of replacements in here. Garrett Zimmerman's now into the ball game in the post position. He's got a little more height than Cascio had. Zimmerman is 6'6", so he matches up the same height as Partee. And here come the Blue Jays after the miss. It's Caleb Peck out on the floor now for Clever. Also, Derek Sopik passing this around to the near side to Partee. They cross-court it over to Peck, and he tries to get it inside, turns the ball over. That's the second turnover of the half, and it turns into a layup by Matt Keller on the other end. Keller with 4 points. Leads cut down to 17-6. Matt Christopher also into the ball game for the Blue Jays. Of course, Matt's the one with the glasses, and I saw a story on TV about that.
Yeah, the Ozone done a really good article about that.
Shot up, no good twice by Turner Davis, and now the Blue Jays come out with the board, and there's a shot up just short by Partee. Hampton got a nice rebound, and it comes back out this time to Sopik. So they'll set their offense up. Yeah, that's where I saw it was on the Ozone. Very nice article. Shot inside by Partee with the left hand off the glass. Good. Partee now with 10 points.
Yeah, Partee has been a big he's a big guy, and it's hard to stop him once he gets going. He can shoot the outside ball well, and he when he's playing like a guard, even though he is a bigger guy.
6'6", but he's lean. He doesn't have a lot of excess weight on him, and he can elevate. And like you said, he's not a post player. He's a wing player, actually. Inside, Devin Hampton kicks it back out. 3-point shot up, no good by Derek Sopik. Rebounded by Partee, and he gets the follow for 2. 12 points now for Jacob Partee. And the Pirates, no answer inside for that big man. No answer outside either.
No, they have not done much on offense, and Clever is forcing them into bad passes, making them bad passes, making them travel like we just saw right there.
4th turnover for the Ash Grove Pirates on that traveling violation, and Matt Christopher was just all over the Ash Grove Pirate player. It was Turner Davis that committed the turnover. So they're in the 2-3 zone is Ash Grove. Clever working the ball around, kicking it back out. Now down in the corner for Devin Hampton. Inside to Mark Christopher. Both the Christophers in, and that's Matt forcing one up inside. No good. Mark gets the rebound. He's going to follow off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the big freshman for the Pirates, Garrett Zimmerman, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, the thing about both of the twin brothers there, they're both really aggressive players. They like the ball. They like to go after the ball, and they like to get rebounds and force turnovers. And that's good to have. I know Matthew, he got technical in the game against Mount Vernon and had to sit out the rest of the 4th quarter. But he's just a really aggressive player and likes to be on the floor.
Foul was against Mark Christopher, his second team foul. Pirates showing a lot of patience. There's a drive to the glass, blocked by Mark Christopher, but they're going to call a foul on him, and that's going to send Spencer Eagleberger to the free throw line to shoot 2. Homecoming night here, the Clever Blue Jays ahead of the Ash Grove Pirates, 21-6. We've got a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. Eyes the basket. It's up and in and out, rimmed around.
And Jacob Partee comes back into the game for Mark Christopher.
Second free throw by Eagleberger. Trying to get 1 out of 2 and does. That's his first points of the ball game. 14-point lead now for the Blue Jays. Matt Christopher drives the lane. Nice little finger roll, no good. Followed inside by Partee and now rebounded out by that big freshman, Simmerman. He does do a much better job keeping those second chance points from being scored. Long shot up, no good by Eagleburger. And now end to end, coast to coast, Jared Sopik takes it, and he's going to be fouled going in for the layup on the left side.
Nice little spin move he had there to try to get the shot off, but got fouled.
He'll shoot 2. Sopik on the night with 7 points. He's the second leading scorer in the ballgame. First one on the way by the right-hander is good. First free throws of the ball game for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays with 2 sets of twins out on the floor, the Christophers and the Sopiks. As always, I coached for years and years, and that's always my nightmare to think about having that many twins. I coached triplets once, and it's always fun. There's a layup missed by the Ash Grove Pirates, followed good by Braden Trammell. Trammell gets his first points in the ball game off the Eagleburger miss. Matt Christopher throws the ball away and then commits a foul. That happens a lot. You know, you throw that ball away and you immediately try to get it back and you reach out and grab somebody.
Yeah, I played basketball for a little while. I didn't much in high school, but I did play my freshman and sophomore year, and that was one thing that if I turned the ball over, I felt like I needed to get it back, and usually when that happens, you commit a foul.
First foul against Matt Christopher, third team foul. There's down in the corner, shot up and no good by Tate Moreland. A three-pointer rebounded out by Turner Davis, and the ball goes out of bounds at the buzzer. So we played 1 quarter here at Clever. The Blue Jays with a commanding lead, 23-9. We'll take a short commercial break and be right back with more Clever Blue Jay basketball here on CityLink TV.
B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is known as the Fireplace Family. What do? Sales, installation, and service on gas, wood burning, and electric fireplaces, as well as pellet fireplaces and pellet stoves. They also work with new construction, repairs, or remodels. They represent Astria, Iron Strike, Empire, and Monessen. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is located at 4130 West 3rd Street in Battlefield, Missouri. For any questions, call B&K Fireplaces at 886-0660.
And welcome back here at Clever High School. Shot from the corner, up and no good by Jacob Partee. Follow up and missed as well. Caleb Peck tried to get it back in. Ash Grove Pirates now bring it down. They'll set up their offense. Pirates are going left to right. There's a three-pointer off the front rim, missed by Braden Trammell. Rebounded out by Derek Sopik, and there's a shot up off the left side by Caleb Peck. It goes in. It'll be and one. The Pirate player just did not quite get his position set up underneath and picks up the personal foul.
Yeah, that was a great drive there by the Clever player. He saw that he was getting ready to set up, so he laid it up off the glass a little bit early, but still went in for him.
Braden Trammell, I believe, the player that picked up the foul. Free throw missed there by Caleb Peck. So the opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point game did not work out. The Ash Grove Pirates with the board. Now, as you mentioned, boy, Matt Christopher likes to get right into the player, and it's kind of a matchup zone we got going on right here. Three-point shot up and good by Turner Davis for the Pirates, and that cuts the lead down to 25-12. That's about as good as we've seen them come out here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's the first time that was probably the third or fourth time they've shot a three, and that time it went in for him. And the guy had time to shoot. They drove in and passed it back out, so he had time to set his feet and shoot.
We've got both of the Sopics in the ball game. Their shot up and good. Derek Sopic put that one in. Pirates now at the top of the key. The Blue Jays letting them go ahead and dribble. If they want to dribble outside, that's fine. Shot up, no good by Chase White, who's in the ball game now. Rebound up and shot missed by Tate Moreland. A little bit of contact, but no whistle. Bringing it down, Blue Jays, a little bit of miscommunication there between Jared Sopic and Matt Christopher. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for the Clever Blue Jays. The Pirates have 5 here in the first half.
Yeah, Clever, again, just trying to get the ball down to the offensive end as quick as they can. Trying to catch Ash Grove kind of sleeping in their defense, and while players are still running back, if you can get that ball up there, then you have an advantage.
They're definitely an up-tempo pressure defense type of club, and they get the turnover against the Pirates there. That's the 6th now, as they force the Pirates into another traveling call. 27-12 here with 5:40 to go in the first half. Southwest Central League game. Blue Jays trying to run their record to 18-5. They've got a chance for a 20-win season. There's a three-pointer off the right side, no good by Kayla Peck, and rebounded out by Jared Sopic. Even though they don't have a lot of height, there's a steal by the Ash Grove Pirates. That's Matt Keller making the steal. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Pirate basketball.
And great hustle by Matthew Christopher to try to get the ball back, because he didn't really have a good handle on it, and then it ended up going out of bounds on him, but good hustle.
Easily could have been a just two-point layup on the other end if Christopher hadn't have made the effort to get down there. Moreland shoots it over to the left side to Turner Davis. Back to Matt Keller, who shoots the 3 and gets it from straight on the top of the key. So Keller with a three-pointer. He's got 7 points now in the ball game, and the lead's cut down to 12. We'll have a timeout, 30-second timeout for the Blue Jays, so we'll keep it right here.
And once again, they drove the paint there and gave their shooter guy enough time to handle himself and spot up and shoot the ball.
Jared Sopic in the ball game has 11 points. They're giving Jacob Partee a little breather right now, and so that's kind of why we're seeing, I think, a little bit of this surge by the Pirates right now. It's a 12-point lead by the Clever Blue Jays over the Ash Grove Pirates. Mentioned earlier, the Pirates 10-13 on the season, and the Blue Jays with that 17 wins right now. They've got 2 more games after this one, and you know, to me, when I was playing 20-win season, you always thought that was the real true sign of success when you hit that 20-win mark.
Yeah, same for football. We thought if we got 10 wins in the season, you were doing pretty good.
Yeah, only playing 11 games, so if
yeah.
you win 10 of them, absolutely. You get double digits, you're probably going to be doing well in the playoffs. Districts will be coming up for these Blue Jays. We'll talk a little bit more about that at halftime. Blue Jays moving the ball around on the Ash Grove zone. Not in any hurry. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Blue Jays with a 12-point lead. There's a three-pointer off the left wing, no good by Jared Sopic. Rebounded out by the Pirates' Chase White. They'll rotate it around top of the key. Tate Moreland drains another 3. That's 5 for Moreland, and now that leads down to 9. I got a feeling we may see Jacob Partee get off the bench here in a minute to check back in.
Yeah, I feel the same about that.
Forced up a shot on the other end, Jared Sopic, and he's going to get the opportunity to shoot a couple of foul shots. But well, you can tell the difference in the offensive rhythm without Partee in the ball game.
Yeah, the offense kind of takes a step back, but right there, these 2 free throws are going to be really big points if he can get them, and he misses the first one there. So if he can get the second one, maybe that can give a little bit of a spark to the offense and hopefully help them get going again coming out of the quarter.
Sopic misses them both. He's the leading scorer on the floor. The 11 points he has matches his jersey number 11. Another three-pointer by Ash Grove, in and out by Matt Keller. Rebounded out by Zimmerman. Now they'll take it back out. This is off the elbow. Missed by Keller. They're shooting the ball up now. There's a long pass down court to Matt Christopher. Left hand off the glass, good.
That was good, getting the ball up there and beating the defense back to where back to the other end of the court and getting an easy layup.
Fast break offense working well in transition for the Blue Jays. First points of the ball game for Matt Christopher. There's a steal. Christopher knocked it away. He goes over to Hampton, back to Christopher, and he tries to get it back to Hampton, but they're going to throw the ball away. Probably one too many passes there. They were ready to take it up, and we're going to have another foul. I think that's going to go against Matt. He is an aggressive young man. That's his second foul of the ball game. Should be the 15th foul. So the Ash Grove Pirates will take it out on the near side. Pirates wearing the black and red. The Blue Jays wearing their home whites. Across half court, Keller. He's shown tendencies to throw it up from three-point land. Inside, there's a crossover move by number 1, Tate Moreland. Not a very big guy, but really showed a pretty good post-up move on the inside. He's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, that was in some coaches' book, that would be a great post move down there.
Absolutely. We'll have a timeout, 30-second timeout again for the Pirates right now. Do appreciate the opportunity to come down and broadcast the ball game. I work in Republic, so I didn't have to come very far. My son and his wife and 4 of my grandchildren live here in Clever, so it's kind of been an adopted
second
home for me. Second home, exactly, because I spend a lot of time coming over and seeing those grandkids. I guarantee you, we spent a few dimes in the grocery stores and pizza places and all over around here in the restaurants
And Clever's a really nice little town.
It's beautiful. It's growing. It's just a fantastic place to be.
They're starting up their football program here, so in a couple years they'll have that going for them. And I think that'll be good because a lot of their players, if they want to play football, they have to go to Republic or Nixa, which are 2 good schools to go play football at.
But they're still rivals.
Exactly. They're still going to be a rival whenever the Blue Jays get football.
Tate Moreland knocks down both free throws, so he has 7 points in the ball game. The lead now is cut down to 9 points. This is quite a run back for the Ash Grove Pirates, and still on the bench, Jacob Partee. So we'll run a little more offense here for the Blue Jays. Jared Sopik, Caleb Peck, Mark Christopher. Also,
Clever running their offense, just trying to. It seems like just run the clock down and kind of get a shot when they can if it's wide open. Don't want to force anything. And you can't really force anything against the zone unless you're going to go in and attack. And it's kind of hard when they have a freshman who is
6'6".
6'6".
Yeah, he's been a difference in the ball game too. He's really helped them on the inside to have more of a presence. He's got several defensive rebounds. There he gets a steal.
Yeah, and with Partee sitting on the bench, that's not helping Clever any with a big 6'6" guy in there, just going up against 6 foot and 6'1" guys.
Shot up by Braden Trammell for the Ash Grove Pirates. He was fouled. Foul goes against Caleb Peck. That's his first 17th foul, so they'll be in the 1-and-1 from this point forward. This was a shooting foul, so he'll shoot 2. Braden Trammell has a couple of points on the night. First one rolls around, kisses in off the bat.
And Clever subbing out all their starters, or all the starters, and coming in with JV, it looks like.
It is. It is. This is interesting with the Pirates making a rally right now. He's going to make a point here. Hey, I'll put in some people that's going to really work hard. They did a great job. The JV won their ball game 62-42, and they're very capable.
Yeah, they just broke the press there.
Oh, there's a steal by the Pirates. Turner Davis takes it in off the glass on the left side. Now it's a 6-point ball game. Clever.
Yeah, and Ashgrove trying to press again.
Clever gets it across half court. They'll kick it in the corner. Shot up and no good. I'm going to have to go to the alternate roster to get these numbers because these are not the ones that's on my varsity roster. That shot's no good. Also, that was Parker Pelham that put that one up. We've got Parker Pelham on the floor. We have Blaze Akins on the floor right now.
We also have Benji's sons on the floor.
Benji Finsky's sons out there. Daniel Butler. Let's see here. Number 40, that's Butler. 23 is Colton Winger. shooting 2 free throws for the Ash Grove Pirates is Turner Davis. He makes the first one. This has turned into a little bit of a game here, 29-24, with less than 2 minutes to go before halftime. It could become a one-possession game here pretty soon.
Yeah,
in and out.
And that would be scary with your JV in a varsity game with a close game like this. But
giving them a break, getting them, it's good. Would say getting them ready for halftime festivities, but those were done between games. We'll go over the homecoming royalty at halftime of this ball game. The JV working around. They're still in the zone. Our Ash Grove. If I was them, I'd be coming out man-to-man against the JV and put pressure on.
Yeah.
But they stay back in the zone.
Not many of these kids have got very much varsity playing time, and I noticed that's one thing that you can't ever simulate is varsity game time, no matter what grade you're in playing.
Shot on the far end, missed by the Blue Jays, Tyler Deepy. Now a steal on the Ash Grove side, shot up, no good by the Pirates. Chase White missed that one from point-blank range. Now the JV's going to, looks like they're going to finish out the half. Coach Brocious has adopted an interesting end to this first half.
He must have seen something that his varsity wasn't doing and the JV could do, I guess.
Nice pass inside, shot up, blocked by the Pirates, but Tyler Deepy's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Deepy in the ball game. He's the only one on the varsity roster. He misses the free throw off the back iron, and that's 4 in a row free throws missed by the Blue Jays right now. That foul went against Matt Keller. It was his first, team fourth.
In and out again on that second free throw there.
So 5 straight free throws missed by the Blue Jays now, and they only lead by 5. Shot up, no good off the back iron by Tate Moreland, rebounded out by the Blue Jays, and there's a tie-up on the other end after getting the rebound.
And there was a jump ball, and it goes to Ash Grove.
And looking for a 10. I don't have a 10 anywhere.
It's Benji Finsky's
that's
son.
Benji's son, okay. He shoots from the near side and misses. Moving it around now, we'll have a traveling violation. Turnover number 7 for the Blue Jays. Yeah, I'm digging deep here now, Jeff. I'm really digging deep looking.
It should be right
all the way over to the, there we go, the Jays JV right there. Corby Finsky.
And Ash Grove with a double dribble turns the ball over to Clever with 5.8 seconds left in the second.
Shot up by the Blue Jays, missed there by Cody Wiles. And that's the way the first half's going to end, with the Blue Jays leading the Ash Grove Pirates by a score of 29-24 in what was a blowout early on. Jeff, that score went from 23-9 at the end of the first quarter to 29-24. So Ash Grove outscored the Clever Blue Jays 15-6 in that quarter. We're going to step aside for a couple of minutes and recognize some more of our fine sponsors, with the Clever Blue Jays leading Ash Grove 29-24 at the half. You're listening to CityLink TV. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is known as the Fireplace Family. What do?
Sales, installation, and service on gas, wood burning, and electric fireplaces, as well as pellet fireplaces and pellet stoves. They also work with new construction, repairs, or remodels. They represent Astria, Iron Strike, Empire, and Monessen. B&K Fireplaces Incorporated is located at 4130 West 3rd Street in Battlefield, Missouri. For any questions, call B&K Fireplaces at 886-0660. That's 886-0660.
When you're hungry, head to Danny's Grill Pizza and More in Clever for some of the best pizza around, as well as sandwiches, Frito pies, wings, chili, and much more. With so much variety on the menu, everyone in your family will find something to satisfy their hunger. Danny's is your one stop for a great meal and desserts from pie to ice cream creations. So when you're hungry, stop in for a great meal at Danny's Grill Pizza and More, 212 Clark Avenue in Clever. Open 3:30 to 8 on Monday, 11 to 8 Tuesday and Wednesday, and 11 to 9 Thursday through Saturday. Or call 417-743-3278 for local area delivery. That's 743-3278.
Banks are like people. Some treat you like family, while others act like you're just a number. At the Bank of Billings, we're just local folks. We're home-owned. That means our decisions aren't made in Kansas City or St. Louis or Des Moines. They're made in Billings, Missouri. The Bank of Billings, member FDIC, Billings and Marionville, come see us. We're just local folks, too.
Bank of Billings is an equal housing lender.
Rick's Tire Shop and Automotive is located in Clever, Missouri, and is locally owned by Jeremy Leahy and Tyler Moore. The shop is a full-service automotive shop and is ASE certified. They also honor extended warranties and even specialize in Asian import repair on Toyota, Lexus, Scion, Honda, and Acura. Other services offered include brake service and repair, front suspension and steering repair, ball joints and U-joint replacement, oil changes and lube along with transmission service, tune-ups and engine diagnostics, timing belts and all preventative maintenance, heating and air conditioning service, and Missouri State inspections. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is a proud sponsor for Clever Web TV. Stop by and see Dwight Crow for your auto needs. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts is locally owned in Clever, Missouri off State Highway P. Services include tires, brakes, oil changes, inspections, wheel alignment, and air conditioning repair. Pit Stop Tire and Auto and Old School Auto Parts wish the Clever Blue Jays a great season.
And welcome back here to Clever High School, home of the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays lead at halftime 29-24 over the Ash Grove Pirates on homecoming night. Leading scorers for the Blue Jays, Jacob Partee with 12 points, Jared Sopik with 11, 2 points apiece for Matt Christopher, Caleb Peck, and Mark Christopher. That's the 29 total for Clever. On the other side, for the Ash Grove Pirates, their leading scorer is Tate Moreland. He has 7. He's tied with Matt Keller, also with 7. Turner Davis with 6. Braden Trammell has 3, and Spencer Eagleberger with 1. The Blue Jays turned the ball over 7 times in the first half to 6 for the Pirates. Of course, all of these statistics pretty much unofficial for me right now. Really the tail of the game from the free throw line, the Ash Grove Pirates 5 out of 7. The Blue Jays 2 out of 7 from the free throw line. So 3-point difference on the free throw line for the Blue Jays. And really, I don't understand, Jeff, we were talking about it. We've got Jeff Ogle here, my assistant producer and color commentator tonight. And Jeff, at the end of that last 2 minutes, Coach put in some players that was listed on the JC roster, some on the JV roster, and then only one player that was actually listed on the varsity roster to finish out that last 2 minutes. What was about a 12-point lead turned into 5 very quickly, and I'm sure these fans are curious.
Yeah, I played sports all the way up through high school, and that was one thing that I've never seen done before. Like, I know the coach always threatened to do that, but my coaches never did that. And so when he pulled all of the varsity players and put in JV, I was like, whoa, what is he doing, And maybe he was just saving his his starters for this second half, I know Ash Grove doesn't have a lot of players that are on the bench. I think they have 4 or 5. So maybe something about trying to get the JV out there with fresh legs and make Ash Grove run up and down the field or up and down the court there, and maybe tire him out. But I personally don't think it was a smart move because he went from having a pretty good sized lead down to 5.
And I've seen that come back to haunt you. I've coached a few times where I did that. Thought I had the game in hand, made wholesale substitutions, and it came back to bite me. But, in those situations I was dealing with substitution rules where I couldn't get people back in. He could have easily got the varsity team back in, but I think it was a decision whether it was okay. We could come out and really roll a lot of points up on this team. So we're going to not do that, and I'm going to also give my guys a rest. It's been a long season. We played 22 games already. We got 2 more to go, and I think we can come out and win this ball game with our varsity in the second half. Make it a little bit more of a challenge. But we never know. There could have been some. You guys need to learn a little bit of a lesson here in this as well. So.
Yeah, the one time we had anything close to that even happen was my senior year. It was senior night, and Coach had preached to us all week about finishing the season strong, going into the playoffs, and just, finishing your last game, your last official home game in front of your home fans good. And we were playing Matt County, and Matt County's not really a football school at all.
No, they've struggled forever.
And
or basketball.
And we scored 28 points in the first quarter. And after we were up 21-0, Coach pulled our senior quarterback, our senior running back, our senior skill position, left the offensive line, who was all seniors, out there. And then we went in at halftime, and we were up at I think we were up 42-0 at halftime. And he told everybody that played varsity or started varsity that they were not playing JV would finish the game. And JV and freshmen ended up making the score 68-2.
Yeah.
So, and Coach wasn't trying to run up the score by any means. He was calling the same play, and the running back for the freshman just made a couple moves and scored a 40-yard touchdown.
It's hard to tell young men to quit trying hard, And
yeah.
I see a lot of pep and hop in the step of the Blue Jay players coming out. So I expect that we're going to see a surge right as the third quarter begins after the halftime pep talk by Coach Brocious. I'd like to recognize Steve Cargill, the superintendent, Joe Casey, the principal here at Clever, and Brian Breeden, the assistant principal and athletic director. Over on the other side of the ledger, the superintendent at Ash Grove, Dr. Aaron Gerla, principal Chris Thompson, assistant principal athletic director Brian Bagley there. Clever Blue Jay cheerleaders would be Lakin Dilbeck, Chloe Bornman, Brooke Riley, the seniors, juniors Shelby Riley, Hannah Tackett, sophomores Lindsay Sadler, Allie Dilbeck, Kaylee Keith, Kelsey Gill, and Michaela Ellingsworth. Freshman Lauren Rice, Kelsey Johnston, Cicely Kale, and Brianna Anderson. Cheer coaches Kelly Kuehl and Bubba the Blue Jays, Gabby Cole. Also want to congratulate once more the homecoming king and queen, Marcus Christopher and Madeline Wilson, the senior candidates. And also acknowledge the other senior candidates, Bailey Hedgepeth and Gabby Cole, Matt Christopher and Chloe Bornman. The freshman attendant, Blaze Akins and Ivy Means. Sophomores, Hunter Utzler and Catherine French. And juniors, Dalton Carr and Whitney Carter. Flower Girl, Hayden Cobb and Crown Bearer, Carter Chambers. So a lot of fun and exciting things going on tonight at homecoming, where the theme is Welcome to Our Galaxy. We're out of this world. And the Blue Jays started out of this world. They led at the end of one quarter, 23-9. And then were outscored 15-6 in the second quarter to make it a 29-24 halftime lead. We're getting ready to start things off. The Blue Jays will have the ball again thanks to Southern Bank, D&K Fireplaces, Danny's Pizza, and more. Bank of Billings, Rick's Tire Shop and Auto, Pit Stop Tire and Auto, and Old School Auto Parts. Thank you very much here on CityLink TV. Partee back in the ball game. They'll rotate it around. The original starting lineup actually back in for the Blue Jays. Out on the right wing, Partee fakes. Now is going to give it back in the corner to Sopic. They're going to rotate it around now to Hampton, and a lot of ball movement. More of a matchup zone this time. The Pirates seem to be popping out on the shooter a little bit quicker. After a lot of three-pointers in the first half, there's a shot up and good by Mark Christopher. So
See if Clever can get back on the defensive end and create a turnover and start to open this game back up for him.
Tough defense being played by the Blue Jays. Again, it's a matchup zone, 2-3. They're staying with their man, though. Now they actually pop it out into a man-to-man defense, and there's almost a steal by Hampton. And ball was kicked by the Blue Jays. It'll be Ash Grove Pirates ball on the near side. Officials for tonight's ball game. We'd like to acknowledge them, Nathan Stokes and Matt Anderson. Pirates with the ball. They're now going right to left on your TV screen. They used to say right to left on your radio dial back in the old days, but I'll have to quit saying you're listening to us on web TV, because actually they're watching us, aren't they, Jeff?
Watching and listening.
Yes.
I know for we've done this for football. We do it with Aurora, Monette, and Cassville. And we're actually getting ready to expand to another team this year. We're not sure where. We're upgrading our equipment for the Monette team. And we're really trying to make this high school football is starting to become a little bit bigger, if not the same as college football.
I'll tell you what, the fan bases for high school are rabid. They are very, very interested. And everywhere I go, and I know when I broadcast at Aurora, one of my biggest fans were the nursing homes. I mean, everybody at the nursing home wanted to hear the high school football game. So you got a lot of grandparents and people who can't get out that still want to see the ball game. This is a perfect venue for that. Shot good off the right wing. It was a two-pointer by Braden Trammell, his 5th point of the ball game, and it's now a 4-point lead, 31-27 for the Blue Jays. Partee, top of the key, kicks it out on the left side to Sopic. Jared takes it up off the glass, no good. Followed by Partee with the left hand, is good. 14 points now for the big man. Lead back to 6. Traveling violation by Ash Grove, their first turnover. So you talked about that pressure defense by the Blue Jays, and we're seeing a little bit of that here at the 6-minute mark to go in the third quarter. 33-27, ball out to Partee, goes three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes out to number 20, Engelberger. He passes ahead, shot missed by Trammell, rebounded by the Blue Jays, and they're on the break. Quickly moving down the floor, and we're traveling violation as Derek Sopic got the ball and looked like he was going to try to make a pass behind his back and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, tried to get a little fancy there and came back to bite him. I had a coach, Blair Powell. He told us if we'd done that and turned the ball over, we'd be sitting on the bench.
You're out of there.
So we never did that.
Cascio checks out of the ball game. The 6'6 freshman checks back in. Simmerman, shot off the right wing. Three-pointer up and good by Braden Trammell. He now has 8 in the ball game, and the lead's just 3. It's a one-possession ball game.
Yeah, Clever could use a good 3 here to kind of, to get another 3 points and make it a 2-possession game, but also they just have lacked on the offensive end after that first quarter. They haven't shown anything since then.
Not a lot of fire, but there's a three-pointer from the right wing by Derek Sopic. That's his first points of the ball game, and that gives the Blue Jays a 6-point lead. Timeout on the floor. The Ash Grove Pirates took a short timeout there, and you know this half's kind of staying where it was. You know the Clever Blue Jays have all their starters back out there, and they're making some shots and putting some pressure on the Ash Grove Pirates now.
Yeah, and that's something that needs to happen. I don't think the coach is going to take them
You don't think we're going to see a wholesale swap again?
I don't think so, especially in the winding moments of a game. I can kind of see that right before halftime, get your starters out, get them some rest going into the second half, and let them come out and play a good ball game this second half, and let the seniors and the varsity take over the game and let it play into their hands.
We'll see if the legs of this Ash Grove Pirate team start getting a little heavy here in the last part of the third and the fourth quarter. You can't tell what you definitely in high school basketball games are won in the fourth quarter.
Exactly, and almost in any sport too. Football is the same way.
Yeah.
I know the first couple weeks you can beat really good teams if you're really conditioned.
Right.
So, and later on in the season, that's when you realize if you're a good team or a great team.
Still a matchup zone. There's a shot partially blocked out there by Christopher. Another shot up by the Pirates, and it's good. Three-pointer, and that was Matt Keller again. He's got 10 now on the night.
They actually counted that as a 2. Said his foot was on the line.
Foot on the line. I have to correct myself here. There's one off the back iron. No good by Jared Sopick. We got a foul underneath. It's going to go against the Blue Jays.
I don't think that was a foul. I think it bounced off the iron and hit the
top of the rim, top of the backboard.
Well, there's a wire there.
Oh, okay.
There's a wire there, and it hit that, and the ref saw that.
So it'll be Pirates ball with a chance to tie this ball game up with a three-pointer. 36-33 in favor of the Blue Jays. That commanding lead disappeared. What was a 14-point lead at one time, now it could be a tie ball game. And the Pirates have been hitting some threes. We talked earlier about that would be a key to them, their success, if they could start trying to hit some shots. That one missed by Spencer Eagleberger. Now here come the Blue Jays taking it down quickly, moving the ball around. They're standing awfully close together right in there.
Yeah.
Matt Christopher back into the ball game too. Left wing, Caleb Peck. Top of the key now, it goes to Devin Hampton. He'll give it to the big man, and he's going to get fouled. Jacob Partee, shooting from the left block, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And on that, Jacob Partee was being guarded by number 11 from Ash Grove, Turner Davis, who's 5'10". So a distinct height advantage goes to Partee on that.
Almost a foot.
Yeah, and goes up to get the shot, and if you can do that, you're almost guaranteed a foul depending on how the ref sees it. And tonight they're just running a 2-man ref crew, so we're gonna get a lot of good and bad calls too.
Partee drains both the free throws, lead back to 5 now for the Blue Jays.
Clever goes into a press, trying to create a turnover to get an extra possession maybe, and
they get the turnover. Actually, they broke the press perfectly. And a nice pass from Matt Keller down low, just not ready for it on the offensive end. So that's the second turnover of the second half for the Pirates. They've got 8 for the ball game. The Blue Jays with a chance to extend their lead a little bit. They get it down in the corner. Partee kicks it down in the lane, and they move it around, rotate to the top of the key. Three-pointer, air ball, but not completely to the ground was Caleb Peck on the attempt. The ball's thrown out of bounds in an attempt to save. Matt Christopher threw it over to the Ash Grove coach.
Yeah, and that was great ball movement. I mean, they were moving the ball really quick, and they had the open shot, just didn't get it to fall.
Could have got a foul on that, though, too, because Peck was just knocked flat.
And then Ash Grove turned the ball over with a travel.
Blue Jays need to settle down, get something on the board here. Derek Sopick inside Partee now. Matt Christopher tries to throw it inside and throws the ball away. Third turnover.
And Ash Grove throws the ball away too. I've noticed in the last minute and a half maybe, Ash Grove has made some really bad passes, and I don't know if it's because they're getting tired or
a little bit frenetic out here, the pace of play right now. 38-33, Clever Blue Jays with the lead, 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Derek Sopick will bring it across half court. He'll kick it out to Hampton, and he'll get it down inside. Back in the ball game is Mark Christopher, replacing his brother Matt. Gets it on the right baseline and knocks the jumper down from 12 feet.
Nice little pull-up 15-foot jump shot there.
6 points now in the ball game for Mark Christopher. 7-point lead is starting to slowly but surely build back up here after going down to 3 points. And Ash Grove had a chance to tie the ball game up earlier on. 3-point shot up on its way and off the back iron by Matt Keller. Rebounded out by the Blue Jays. Jared Sopik, he kicks it down to Mark Christopher for the layup on the left-hand side. 8 points for Christopher and now a 9-point lead. Shot up, blocked by Christopher.
Good block. They're getting their turnovers now and getting turnovers and creating some offense without Jacob Partee in the game again. And I figured Ash Grove, as soon as he would come out, they would be dumping the ball down to the big freshman kid who's also 6'6". And, you know, you think if he's 6'6", he can play the post position pretty well. And Clever's going in there, driving the ball and making shots and out-rebounding him right now. So
Exactly. Nice pass into Devin Hampton. He missed off the back iron and a follow by Mark Christopher, who's really stepped up in the last minute or so to score 4 points and now has an opportunity for a couple of free throws as well.
Get this lead back up to 10, 11 points, you know.
First one is no good.
Get some space there again and don't get relaxed in the fourth quarter and let them come back.
Matt Christopher back in the ball game to replace Derek Sopik. Second free throw by Mark Christopher to get him possibly up to 9 points, and it does.
Clever extends their lead back up to 10.
Shooting 3 out of 4 in the second half after only shooting 2 for 7 from the free throw line in the first half. So this free throw shooting improved, and the full court pressure still being applied by the Blue Jays. It's a 1-2-2 full court press. Ash Grove trying to bring it up. There's the double team at the baseline. They get it all the way down to the other end of Simmerman. 3-point shot short by Matt Keller. Follow up and no good by Turner Davis. Out with the rebound comes Jared Sopik. Takes it coast to coast off the glass, a little strong. The big freshman with the rebound is going to be fouled by the Blue Jays. Caleb Peck. Nice board getting up high was Garrett Simmerman. Peck picks up his second foul.
And that's Clever's first foul of the second half.
Looks like they've got 2 on the board. I can't remember the other one, but there's a nice board by Peck. Takes it down to Matt Christopher, gives it back to Peck. 3-pointer from the right wing, no good. And it's going to be Mark Christopher this time getting the foul for coming in quickly from the left wing and getting a little bit of the arm of the Ash Grove player trying to get that ball. 10-point lead now, back to double digits for the first time since midway through the second quarter.
And Ash Grove just took out the 6'6" freshman. So I expect Clever to kind of hopefully exploit that weakness.
He looked like he was getting a little bit tired. Cascio, the senior, back in. 3-pointer.
Lead back down. 6.
That was...
Looks like they're just going to let the clock run out and get a last-second shot before halftime, or before the end of the third quarter. Going into the fourth quarter with a nice lead. Banks it in for a 3. Lead back up to 10.
Sopik with that one. And that gives him 13. Third quarter is in the books. Clever Blue Jays now leading Ash Grove Pirates 46-36. A little bit better quarter for the Blue Jays right there. And we got the T-shirts coming out. Come on, Jeff, get a T-shirt.
I need a T-shirt.
Way up here. Way
I could
up
use a
here.
T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, she can't. Oh, she might get it here.
Oh.
Look at that girl.
Close. She
had a good arm.
If she's not graduating soon, she might be able to play quarterback for the team.
It's been a good quarter for the Blue Jays this go-around. The Ash Grove Pirates had a little bit of a run there. They got that last 3-pointer by Braden Trammell to cut the lead to 7, but a nice kiss off the glass for Jared Sopik. 13 points. He's second leading scorer. Partee has 16 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the 6'6" freshman for Ash Grove. He looked really tired coming off the floor there. And Clever, they don't look very tired at all. They look like they're ready to kind of extend their lead in this fourth quarter and come home with a W.
They should be refreshed. A lot of these players, as Partee comes back out onto the floor to start here in the fourth quarter. He'll be joined by Sopik, also Mark Christopher, Devin Hampton, and Matt Christopher. And the Blue Jays throw it away right off the bat out of the
Ash Grove.
Ash Grove throws it away to start out the fourth quarter, and that's kind of what the Blue Jays are looking for, get turnovers, convert them into points.
And, you know, I'm surprised Ash Grove has stayed in this zone. It worked for him for a little bit, and then now that the lead's back up to 10, I'm surprised they haven't switched to like a man or.
When you're a small team, you play a lot of zone. I mean,
that's
you know,
true
they're
too.
so used to playing zone to make up for their height deficiency. And there's Partee, a nice pass assist from Derek Sopik, and he cuts the lane on the right side for 2. Partee now with 18 points in the ball game.
Looks like Ash Grove's getting ready to check in a couple guys, and one of them is the freshman big man.
They need to make a few more three-pointers. They have been a little off from that range. There's a free throw line jumper, good by Braden Trammell, and he now has 16 points. He's starting to add them up right now. Down in the corner, pass inside to Christopher. Mark gives it back to Matt. Matt off the glass, a little strong, rebounded out by Tate Moreland. Here come the Pirates across half court. Goes right wing. Top of the key now. Moreland will go for 3, a little short. Followed by the senior postman, and he kicks it back outside instead. Going into the lane, trying to shoot it up was Turner Davis. The ball stripped away by the Blue Jays. Nice turnover there. In the corner, Partee for 3, and good. 21 now for Jacob Partee, and the lead back up to 13 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to. He'd been looking like he wanted to shoot a 3 and got it where he felt comfortable at, and got the 3 there, pushes the lead up again, and looking to close out this game with 6 minutes left.
Showing you why he's the reigning Southwest Central League most valuable player from last year, that's for sure.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets that again this year.
He averaged almost 20 points a game last year, and I, again, come in with no stats tonight to look at. But he's sitting at 21 right now, and it wouldn't surprise me at all that he isn't averaging mid-20s. So it's been an exciting game. I mean, you know, the homecoming activities, they've welcomed the classes of 67. It's a 50-year anniversary, the class of 92 for their 25th, and the class of 2010 for their 10-year anniversary into this fairly new high school gymnasium. All I've seen here is band concerts. I've been to a couple of band concerts in this facility, but Pirates with the basketball. Almost throw it away.
It's a really beautiful facility. One of the best I've seen around.
Turnover by the Pirates. A good job. But the Blue Jays unable to cash in on the other end. Mark Christopher made the steal. Caleb Peck on the other end had the ball go off his fingertips. So 5 turnovers for the Blue Jays, 6 for the Pirates. And there's a jump ball. That's going to go to the Blue Jays. So that's the 7th turnover for the Pirates. And again, like you said earlier, Pirates look just a little tireder right now than his Blue Jay team.
Yeah, end of the game, they're starting to make bad passes, starting to dribble into pressure, and you can just tell that they're a young team. You know,
they start 4 juniors, whereas the Blue Jays start 4 seniors. Nice pass inside to Hampton, and again, probably one too many passes. He tried to get it to Sopik. Sopik was already getting ready to rebound.
Yeah, he should have just
shot that one up.
Squared up to the backboard and shot.
Anytime you're 3 foot away from the basket, it's time to shoot. Unless, you know, my coach always told me when I played for Marionville, he said, if you can tip the ball in, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, bring it down and pass it out to somebody that can shoot.
Right.
Shot up, no good by Spencer Eagleberger. Rebounded out by Caleb Peck. He passes way down court to Partee on the left wing. Partee gives it back to Peck. And moving around to the right side, it's Derek Sopik off balance shot, no good. Rebound follow by Peck and good for two.
Now Clever's really playing like they did in the first quarter there.
Their energy level has improved. Partee pulls down the Pirate miss, gets it ahead. Hampton unselfishly kicks it back out to Partee, who misses from the right wing. Hampton, he flashes into the lane and gets those passes, and it seems like invariably he tries to kick it out to somebody at the three-point line.
Yeah, he's done that in almost every game I've watched. He does that several times through the game, and he's a good player. I mean, he has a knack for going and getting the basketball and getting it to a shooter.
Astro Pirate fouled in the act of shooting is Matt Keller. He drains the first one. He'll get one more chance. A couple of substitutions. Matt Christopher coming into the ball game for Matthew. Leaving the ball game, Derek Sopik. And checking in for him is Jared Sopik. So we got twin brothers replacing each other out on the court this time. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 53-40. Clever with the lead and the basketball.
And if you notice, my coach always told me when their hands start getting a little lower, they're getting a little tired and relaxed. And
hands aren't up; they're down below the waist. There's a three-point shot attempt in the right corner by Matt Christopher, a little short. Hampton now puts the three up from the left wing. It's no good. And being charged with a little push-off is going to be Caleb Peck for the Blue Jays. He'll pick up his fourth personal foul, so he's got one to go. Use them all.
Yeah,
that's always my saying.
That's what my coach told me. He goes, if you don't foul out, you're not doing something.
That's right. You're not trying. Pirates with the basketball. Matt Keller's had a good game tonight. He's got 11. He shoots the three-pointer from down the corner. Comes up a little short. Nice follow by number 20 Eagleberger, but a block inside by Partee. Now Hampton knocks the ball out of bounds, and the pressure defense by the Blue Jays still pretty aggressive.
Yeah, and I like that. They're aggressive all the way to the end, and 3 minutes can take 10 minutes in a basketball game, but there haven't been very many fouls called either way, and it's been a really clean and good officiated game so far.
It has. Derek Sopik comes in for Caleb Peck, and our officials for tonight's ball game have done a great job. Nathan Stokes and Matt Anderson. Give them due where due is. They a lot of times don't get that.
Yeah.
Nice shot by Tate Moreland, drives into the lane for two. That's 9 points for him. Leads 11 now for the Blue Jays.
It's not hard being a ref. I've umpired high school baseball and basketball. You catch a lot of backlash for stuff that you didn't think you would, and
basketball is the worst because it moves so fast. Partee had a two-pointer down on the that would be the south end of the gym for 13-point lead. But yeah, it moves quickly and you can miss a lot.
Yes, very hard to.
Down on the end, Partee gets it in the corner, cross courts it to Matt Christopher. He gives it back up to the top of the key. A lot of ball movement here.
It's good to see it. A lot of times the art of passing the basketball doesn't get played very much anymore.
Jared Sopik for three from the right wing. He's up to 17 points on the night as well, having a great game. Three-pointer up by Turner Davis off the back iron. Rebound by Devin Hampton. He'll put it ahead to Matt Christopher. Gives it back to Hampton. Top of the key now. Three-pointer off the back iron by Jared Sopik. And the rebound to Tate Moreland. The 5'10" guy gets a lot of rebounds. There's another three-point attempt on the right wing by Keller off. He's got a nice shot. He's made several. Boy, there's a nice pass, alley-oop pass down to Matt Christopher from Jared Sopik. Nice job, Matt Christopher, with his fourth point of the ballgame. 18-point lead now, Jeff.
That was a really beautiful pass,
From half court all the way right down to put the ball right at the edge of the rim, and Matt Christopher finished it off.
Would have been nice if he could have dunked it, but
yeah, we haven't seen that tonight. There's a three-pointer that draws no iron. And the fans here are really nice. They don't do the air ball chant or anything.
Yeah.
That's so nice of them.
And here comes the JV back in with the
Full bore. I better get the other roster out here. We want to thank our sponsors, Southern Bank, B&K Fireplaces, Danny's Pizza and more, Bank of Billings, Rick's Tire Shop and Auto, Pit Stop Tire and Auto, and Old School Auto Parts.
for the Blue Jays who came in, Nathan King, Corby Finsky, Kobe Wales, Kobe Dye, and Noah Losh.
There you go.
Or, my bad, Tyler DePee came in instead of Noah Losh.
To be in there. He's on the varsity roster, junior. So possibly the last minute and a half of this ball game is going to be played out by the same people who played out the last couple of minutes of the first half here.
Yeah, I don't look for Clever to try to score. I mean, unless it's just wide open, they're just going to try to pass the ball around,
Colton
run
Winger,
the clock out, and not give up the game.
There's a layup, up and good by number 10, Chase White. That's his first 2 points of the ball game. Going around, passing it, and shot up and good by Tyler Deepy for 2. Nice assist there by Corby Finsky. Pass out to number 24 for the Ashgrove Pirates. A three-pointer, no good. Missed by Branham. Follow-up miss by Dalton McGregor. Here come your Blue Jays. Under a minute to go here in the ball game.
30 seconds. A little under 30 seconds now.
Winger into the lane. Passes it off to Pelham. Pelham back in the top of the key to Blaze Akins, and they're just going to run out the clock. Cody Wiles steps back.
Really good gameplay tonight by Clever. You know, they come into the first quarter and have a great first quarter. Second quarter didn't go quite so well their way, and then they come out in the third quarter and get a little bit of a lead, and then in this fourth quarter extended that lead and brought home the W.
Finished it off here. Final score from Clever High School, 62-44, the win over the Ashgrove Pirates. Clever Blue Jays outscored the Pirates in the fourth quarter, 16-8 to close this one out. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes. We're going to wrap it up here. Let me give you some final scoring numbers here as we wrap things up here. The leading scorer for the Clever Blue Jays, 23 points for Jacob Partee, 17 points for Jared Sopick, 9 points for Mark Christopher, 4 for Caleb Peck and Matt Christopher, 3 points for Derek Sopick, and 2 points for Tyler Deepy. On the Ashgrove Pirates side, their leading scorer was Matt Keller with 11. Braden Trammell with 16. Keller had 11. 9 points for Tate Moreland, 2 for Chase White, 1 for Spencer Eagleberger, 6 for Turner Davis. The halftime score 29-24. It became a very close ball game as the JV for the Clever Blue Jays allowed the Ashgrove Pirates to get back into the ball game. But the second half was all Clever Blue Jays as they outscored the Ashgrove Pirates by a 33-20 to take a 18-point win, 62-44. Appreciate Jeff Ogle, my assistant producer and color man tonight, and opportunity to come and do the game here on CityLink TV. I'm Mark McCulley saying thanks a lot, and you'll be listening to more Clever TV, CityLink TV next week.
Next Thursday, we are going to do the final home game, I do believe. It'll be senior night. Big night for the seniors. It's always kind of a hard game because you realize it could be your last one, and you never know. And
it's against a big rival, the Billings Wildcats, too.
Yeah, so it'll bring out the best in the seniors, and I'm glad I've got this opportunity to do this, and we'll see you all next week.
May come back and do it next week. Have a great evening and a great weekend.